This is the Jeff Cowan coming to you from thejeffcowan.com with my weekly podcast entitled Success in Professional Sales and Life in General. Welcome back, everybody. I'm sure glad to see you back because I love doing these podcasts, and from what I understand, you love listening to them and watching them, and I appreciate that. Well, you know that we're in the middle of a series of closes that I'm giving to you because as I am out and about doing book signings and going to workshops and responding to email, text, and all that stuff, a lot of you have told me that you feel like you're struggling with closes and wanted to know if I could help you with learning some new ones. So of course I can do that. I did that last week. I'm going to do it this week. I'm going to do it next week, and maybe for a few weeks after that. So today I've got one of my favorite closes. This is going to be a quick podcast because this one's so simple, but it's extremely successful close. I mean, it's got a high level of getting the yes, a high closing ratio with it. And here's what it's based on. Many times I see salespeople make great presentations that are preceded by an equally great introduction, equally great discovery period where you're asking your questions. What are you going to do with the product? Why do you need the product? And the like. Excellent building rapport. Excellent at making a presentation. But they get to the end of the sale and they end up with in what I call I can land. I can land. All right. Now, I can land sucks because it rarely ends with the sale and rarely ends with why the customer did not say yes and or delays their decision. Okay, I can land. Now, what do I mean? This is where you get down to the end of it and you say, so now that I've shown you what it is that I have and what it will do and how it benefits you, I'm sure you want to move ahead, right? Well, yeah, but if I was to move ahead, can you make sure it gets delivered to me by next Tuesday? Oh, absolutely. Tuesday's our absolute best delivery day. Well, that's good to know, but when you deliver it, can you make sure that your guys, when they come into the house, they have covers on the shoes? Oh, our guys would never go in a house without covers on the shoes. Well, one more thing. If we were to do this, can you give me a call the night before and remind me? Oh, we do that with everybody. And if we get ready to move ahead, will you throw this in or throw that in? Oh, I would love to throw that in. I can. And so what happens is, very quickly, the customer sees that no matter what they ask for, you can. So you've given them, so they know that if you can do all this now, you can do it whenever they want. It takes away from any urgency that you've built, and you never get to yes because you just keep saying, I can. And then and what they do is they work you to a point where you say, I can't. And then that's the reason they don't. So if I was to do it, could you take another 10% off? Well, I can't do that. Well, since you can't do that, then I don't know if I can do it today, and I'm going to have to think about it. So I can land sucks. You got to get out of I can land, and the way you get out of I can land is you never go there in the first place. So how are we going to stop that? We're going to stop that with a little close that I like to call the sharp angle close because they're going this way, and we're going to take a sharp angle, and we're going to get this thing closed. Now, let's set this up, all right, but before we do, the sharp angle close, and I deliver it to you because it's just going to take me a couple minutes to do that. I got to tell you about my stuff over here. Got this book called Right Service, Write Your Own Paycheck. If you're looking for a new career in sales, this would be a great place for you to go. You can make $100,000 or more doing it if you do it my way. I have a video series to help back it up if you want the video series. I get the book in hardcover, softcover. You can get it on your e-reader. You can get it on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, all those places. If you're in a selling career right now and you like what you're doing, then you don't need the book. But if you're looking for something new or you're new to sales, looking for a product to represent, that's the book. This book right here, what I've learned from attending over 35 Indy 500s, man, it's flying off the shelf. We got national publishers looking at it. Lessons in sales, leadership, management, motivation, and life in general. Great book. It also has a video series that's supporting it. Both of these books, by the way, here very shortly will have an audio version. So if you want to listen to them in your car, get those books. Both of them have video series. And watch for an announcement on two things coming up. I've got another book coming out called The Forgotten Rules of Professional Salesmanship. The reviews on that I'm getting are just as strong gets. We're really expecting that book to be a big one. And I've got some video series that I'm going to be doing that you can invest in yourself that's going to show you how to do a lot of things, how to be the best salesperson. How you get any of that stuff is by simply calling 1-800-248-2931 or you can go to thejeffcowan.com and get information there, or for the books, you can go to Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, or Apple, or any of those places and find this stuff there. thejeffcowan.com, thejeffcowan.com. So, one of the things that I heard salespeople asking me when I'm out and about doing things, and there have been texts and emails, say, Jeff, it seems like I try to please the customer. I do everything right, And when they ask me if I can do something else, I tell them I can because I want to deliver good service, and then I end up in I can land, and I never get the sale and or the reason why they don't want to move forward. So we've discovered that I can land sucks. So how do you not go there? With a sharp angle close, here's how it works. Well, so Mr. Customer, now you see how this is going to solve all your concerns and stuff. I'm sure you want to move forward, right? Yeah, but before we do so, we have to be clear on something. I would need this thing delivered on next Tuesday. Can you do that? Here's the sharp angle close. Here's what you're going to say. If I can get it delivered to you on Tuesday, would you sign right now? If I can deliver, so again, let's do that again. If I can deliver it on guarantee delivery on Tuesday, will you approve the order right now? That's what it is. Well, Jeff, if I was to move forward on this, you'd have to throw this in or that in. Well, Mr. Customer, let me ask you a question. I'm not sure that I can, but if I was able to do that, would you approve the order right now? Now, notice I didn't say today, because this is how some people mess this one up. They say, if I do that for you, will you today? Well, yeah, and then you get ready to start and go, well, today's not over. It's only 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I've literally had idiots say that to me before. I shouldn't say idiots because they're clients and all that stuff, but I've literally had people say that to me, and they had me beat. All right, okay, so we'll wait till the end of the day or whenever. I blew that one, but I don't blow it anymore because I say right now. Now, there is a difference, though, you need to know with the sharp angle close, because be careful when you use this, and you make sure you use the right time, because sometimes when they ask a question, this wouldn't apply. For example, if they say, so I see, now that you see how this is going to work and the many benefits it has, I'm sure you want to move forward. Yeah, but I want to make sure it does this, right? All right, well, see, you can't look back and say, well, if it does, you want to move forward. It either does it or it doesn't. They're not telling you they want anything more, or they're not telling you there's any criteria that has to be met for them. I want to make sure it does this. You said it would do that, right? Oh, yeah, let me go back to that part of the presentation and go over that again to make sure that you fully understand not only that it will do it, but exactly how it will do it. And you get down to that, so what do you think? Well, that sounds great. I'm glad you addressed that, but I also want to make sure that if this happens, that it does this and it's going to solve this. Exactly, Mr. Customer. That's what I said. So let me again go back over that. And I'm sorry I must have gone too fast here, but let me go over exactly how that. See, those are questions. They're just asking for clarification. But when they ask you if you can specifically do something above and beyond what the product will do, for example, if I do this, you'll deliver it on this date. If I do this, you'll make sure that this would happen. And if I do this, you're going to make sure, then that's when you'd use, if I can do that for you, will you approve the order right now? Don't say today, right now. What that's going to do is to get them to either say yes, and then you deliver on what they said that it was the criteria was, or it's going to get them to say, no, I wouldn't do it today because, like I told you when I came in, we have to think about it, or I won't do it today because, or they just simply say, no, I'm not going to do it today, and then you'd say, why would keep you from doing that? We get the objections, and then we close on that. But again, when they start asking you for things, and they are demanding that things need to be done or added to the order, well, if I was going to move forward, you need to add this in. Always respond with, if I can do that, will you approve the order right now? And if you want to preface it with anything, say, I'm not sure if I can, but if I could do that for you, will you approve the order right now? They say yes, as they will a high percentage of the time. If you've done your job right, you get the close, everybody's happy. If they don't give you the yes, they're going to give you the reason why. Sharp angle close, very time tested, one of my favorite, use it all the time, use it my entire career. You use it, you'll close more sales, you'll make more money, and you'll have a lot more fun doing what you're doing. Hey, my name's The Jeff Cowan. I appreciate you listening this week. Come back next week. I've got another close I'm going to show you that I know you're going to love. But in the meantime, here's what I want you to do, what I always want you to do. I want you to go out and find as many customers as you can. I want you to get them as excited as you can about your product. So excited, in fact, that they don't only buy it once, they buy it 10 times and tell their friends about it. And you make a ton of commission, and you get to live the life that you so deserve because you're out there working hard, and you deserve it. Because I can tell you this, between now and next week, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go find as many clients as I can and get them excited about my products. I'm going to get them to say yes to my product, give me money for my product. I'm going to take that commission I earn, and I'm going to go live the lifestyle that I'm living now because I'm living the life I deserve, because I've worked hard for it, because I'm a professional salesperson, and I simply do the things I'm telling you to do in these podcasts. I will see you next week. Have a great one. Take care.